Welcome to Teaching Mastery Academy, the podcast that equips course creators with the tools, insights, and strategies to teach with confidence, create real impact, and become the go-to experts in their industries. I'm your host, Francesca Hudson, CEO of the Classic High School Teacher and Teaching Mastery Academy. If you've ever felt that your content is powerful, but you're not reaching your audience the way you want, or if you're ready to master the art of teaching and elevate your courses to new heights, you're in the right place, my friends. Each episode, we'll dive into the science of how people learn, explore innovative teaching methods, and uncover the best ways to transform your knowledge into engaging, life-changing experiences for your students. Whether you're just getting started or you've been in the game for years, I'm here to help you craft lessons that resonate, connect with your audience on a deeper level, and ultimately create the abundance and the success that you deserve. Are you ready to become the best teacher in your field? Then let's get started. Hey there, welcome back to Teaching Mastery Academy, the podcast where we take your expertise and transform it into courses that don't just exist, they thrive. I'm Francesca Hudson, your host, and I've got a question for you today. Have you ever wondered why your course isn't converting as well as you thought it would? You've done the hard work, you've built the course, you've created the slides, you've written the emails, and you maybe have even spent money on ads, and yet the sales just aren't there. Well, you're not alone. This is one of the most common frustrations I hear from course creators. But let me tell you a secret. The problem isn't usually your course. In fact, your course might be amazing, packed with value, capable of delivering real transformation. So what is the problem? Well, the problem could be your course promise. Now, hear me out on this. Most entrepreneurs underestimate how critical this one statement is. But your course promise is the cornerstone of your entire sales page. It's the first impression your potential buyers get of your course, and if your promise doesn't land, your sales won't either. So in this episode, I'm going to show you exactly how to fix your course promise. We're going to look at why it's not converting, and we're going to look at the subtle mistakes that you might be making, and most importantly, the exact formula to craft a course promise that resonates so powerfully, your audience won't just want your course, they'll feel like they need it. And by the end of this episode, you'll have a clear, actionable adjustment that you can make to your course promise right away today that will start turning clicks into conversions. I'm so excited for this episode. It is one that is very close to my heart. So let's get started. Let's zoom out for a second. When someone lands on your sales page, they're asking themselves one question. Is this for me? Your course promise is your answer to that question. It's your opportunity to say, yes, this is for you. Yes, this will solve your problem. And yes, it's worth your time, your energy, and your money. But here's the catch. You only had a few seconds to convince them. Research shows that website visitors form an impression in less than 15 seconds. If your promise isn't clear, compelling, and laser focused on what your audience wants, they'll leave your page without a second thought. And this isn't just about losing a sale, it's about losing trust. Because when your audience doesn't see value immediately, they're less likely to engage with you again. So if your sales page isn't converting, your course promise is the first place to look. Let's break down why most promises fail and how you can fix yours. We can solve this today. So there are 3 common mistakes that can really tank course promises, and I see them all the time. So mistake number 1 is being too vague, and I'll give you an example of what I mean by being too vague. Have you ever come across a course promise like this? This course will help you grow your business. Well, this statement sounds nice, but it doesn't actually mean anything. It's too broad and it's too generic, and your audience is probably going to be left wondering, well, what kind of business growth? Are we talking revenue? Are we talking clients? Are we talking followers? When your promise is vague, it feels like fluff, and people are not going to pay for fluff. I'll give you another example of a really broad and vague statement. Learn how to live a healthier life. Well, what does healthier mean? Losing weight, eating better, managing stress? The course statement, the transformation statement, the promise is not niching down nearly as specific as what it needs to be. A vague promise doesn't create a clear picture of success, and without clarity, your audience won't feel confident investing in your course. So you have to be so micro-specific with your course promise. Another trap that course creators fall into is focusing on features rather than results. This one is a biggie. I'll give you an example. This course includes 8 videos, 4 workbooks, and a private Facebook group. Okay, but what does it actually mean? Features are important, don't get me wrong, but they don't sell courses. People don't buy courses for the number of videos or worksheets that's in your course. They buy courses for the results. So I want you to imagine for a second that you're shopping for a fitness program. Which one of these promises would grab your attention? Includes 10 workout videos and a meal plan. Or lose 10 pounds in 30 days without giving up your favorite foods. Which one did you choose? The second one, right? Because it focuses on the result, not the process. So remember, features don't speak to your audience's desires. They only explain the how. Your promise needs to answer the what. That's really important. And the third common mistake is overpromising or missing the mark. Sometimes course creators get too ambitious, and I have been guilty of this in the past, and you probably have too. And I'll get you an example of what I mean by being too ambitious. Think about this statement. This course will change your life forever. Or here's another example, and this time it's aiming for the wrong target. Learn everything about marketing your business. Now, both of these statements fail for different reasons. Overpromising feels unrealistic, which creates skepticism. And promising everything, promising the whole world, is overwhelming. Your audience doesn't want everything. They want a solution to one specific problem. When you have a course promise that overpromises, you're destroying the trust. And if you get too broad with your course promise, then you're just creating more confusion for your audience. It goes back to that point we talked about before. They're like, well, what in particular? How is that going to apply to me? And you're running the risk of your audience switching off completely if you are too broad. So now that we've covered those 3 problems, let's talk about how to fix it. The key is to focus on transformation. That is such a key word, transformation. Your promise needs to clearly state the specific result your course delivers. That's number 1. And number 2, the biggest obstacle it helps students overcome. 2 things. I'll say those again. The specific result your course delivers, and then the biggest obstacle it helps students overcome. And here's the formula that I teach my clients. By the end of this course, you will, and then brackets, the specific result without brackets, and then the common obstacle. I will say that again. By the end of this course, you will, brackets, you'll put your specific result, bracket, without, and then brackets, your common obstacle, bracket. So let's apply this formula to some real world examples for you so you can see how it works in real life. So here's a really vague course promise. Learn how to grow your email list. Now, once we apply this formula that I've just taught you, here's how this course promise sounds. By the end of this course, you will grow your email list by 1,000 subscribers in 30 days without needing to spend a dime on ads. Can you see how we've added a specific result and we've added a common obstacle into our formula for creating a really strong course promise? I'll give you another example. Here's a vague statement about a podcast. Start a podcast. Right, so that's too vague. That's not giving us any sort of promise at all. So here's how it sounds after we apply this formula. By the end of this course, you'll launch your podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts without spending hours figuring out the tech. Can you see once again how we've added a specific result, which is launching your podcast on Spotify and Apple without a common obstacle, which is spending hours figuring out the tech? I'll give you one more example so you can see. Here's a really vague course promise. Master meal planning. Right, let's apply my formula to this course promise, and this is how it transforms. By the end of this course, you'll plan a week of healthy meals in under 30 minutes without cooking every night. Do you see the difference? So the transformation-driven promises are specific, they're actionable, and they address the buyer's pain points. So for the healthy eating plan, our specific result was plan a week of healthy meals in under 30 minutes. And the common obstacle was without cooking every night. We need to get really specific with our course promises. Open your sales page right now and find your course promise. If you don't have a course promise, then you need to get one ASAP. If you do have a course promise, have a look at it. Is it right at the top of the page, and how specific is it? Ask yourself these questions, and I've got 3 questions for you. The first one, is it specific? Does it clearly define the result students will achieve? Secondly, does it address a pain point or obstacle that your audience faces? And thirdly, would you feel excited to buy this course based on the promise alone? Now, if your promise doesn't check all 3 of these boxes, it's time for a rewrite. Use the formula I shared today, which is by the end of this course, you will, and then your specific result, without, and then your common obstacle. Now, I teach a free, it's completely free, mini course. It's a 5-day challenge mini course, all about ensuring that your sales page in your course has got the 5 key pillars that all successful course creators use. They are the 5 key pillars of ensuring that all of your lessons and all of your modules become home-run courses. And this is just one tiny element of it. So if you have found this, what we've covered in today's podcast, really useful, then I will add the link in the show notes, or you can go to theclassichighschoolteacher.com/mini challenge, MINI challenge, to sign up to this free mini course, which is all about ensuring that you have got the 5 key pillars in that your course must include if it's going to become a home run course. So let me share one final insider tip. Your course promise isn't just about your sales page. It's the foundation of your entire marketing strategy. Every email you send, every ad you write, and every piece of content you create should reflect that promise. When your promise is clear and compelling, it creates alignment across your entire funnel. Your audience will start to trust you because they seek that consistency, and consistency, as we know, builds those conversions. So that's it for today's episode of Teaching Mastery Academy. If this episode gave you the clarity that you've been craving, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend or a fellow entrepreneur who's also building your dream course. And remember, if you're ready to master not just teaching, but selling your course, join me inside Teaching Mastery Academy. It's my signature program, and it's where we take your expertise and transform it into a course that delivers real results for your students and your business. At the moment, the doors are closed, but we do have a VIP waitlist. So if you would like to be the first to be notified when we open those doors again to Teaching Mastery Academy, TMA, I'll also link it in the show notes. It's theclassichighschoolteacher.com/TMA. T for teaching, M for mastery, A for academy. theclassichighschoolteacher.com/TMA. So until next time, keep creating, keep serving, and remember, your audience is waiting for the transformation that only you, my friend, can deliver. Bye for now. That's a wrap for today's episode of Teaching Mastery Academy. I hope you walked away with actionable insights and new ideas that will elevate your teaching and help you create courses that truly resonate with your students. If you enjoyed this episode and want to keep the momentum going, be sure to subscribe so you never miss a beat. And if you found value in today's conversation, I'd love it if you could leave a 5-star review. It helps other course creators like you discover the show and join this amazing community of educators. For more tips, resources, and exclusive content,
make sure to click on the link in my show notes. I've got a ton of freebies and tools waiting for you. You can also follow me on Instagram at Teaching Mastery Academy for daily inspiration and behind the scenes updates. Remember, my friend, becoming a master teacher is a journey, and I'm here with you every step of the way. Until next time, keep teaching, keep creating, and keep changing lives.